5C is Jason Massouh, who will be talking to us about racism.
Martin Luther King once wrote, "I have a dream that one day, little black boys and girls will be holding hands with little white boys and girls." Good morning, judges, teachers, parents, and fellow students of ASK. Today, I'm going to be talking about what is racism, how is racism affecting the world, and how did it affect history, and how do we stop people from being racist. Racism is something that is ruining communities and civilizations. It has affected the past, it's affecting the present, and it will most probably affect the future. We have to stop it. Everybody can try to stop racism, but probably won't succeed. However, if we all stand together and face the fact that together anything can be accomplished, we'll get the job done. People were separated by color since the beginning of time. White were treated with royalty. On the other hand, black people were having a pretty hard time working as slaves. So you see, I don't think that's fair. I think people should be treated the same way, not dependent on their color. A black African child once wrote, "You whites, when you're mad, you're red. When you're sad, you're blue. When you're sick, you're green. And when you're scared, you're yellow. And you call me colored?" Throughout history, people were being killed because of their color. Before slavery ended, African Americans were not allowed to vote, hold office, or own property. Martin Luther King once said, "I have a dream that this nation will one day rise up and live to the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." So tell me, are you on my side? People shouldn't be racist because it's making the earth a big ball of terror and sadness. Over the last 500 years, European countries invaded the Americas, Africa, and Asia. They seized many territories and created countries which they ruled as colonies. Black Africans were brought to America and sold to rich, white, wealthy farmers to plant and harvest the crops. Africans not only lost their freedom, but their families were also torn apart and separated. It took them many years and a terrible civil war to regain their freedom. But today, many people who have black skin must still fight the racism that came about so long ago. Very young children are not racist. They trust and accept anyone who is loving toward them. You are not born with attitudes and preconceptions. I always think the only thing that should be separated by color is laundry. Racism is a hard obstacle to conquer and abolish. It has been a major problem in our past and continues to be one to this day. Martin Luther King believed, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." I have one question for you. What is the content of your character? Thank you.